It's here, my favorite time of the year. AppSumo Black Friday 2024 is upon us. The first crop of tools are in. This is the Taco Truck Roundup. What's up, folks? Dave Swift here, ClientAmp.com. I review new lifetime deals every single day of the week, and right now I'm about to review 7 of them. AppSumo has just dropped 7 brand new lifetime deals as part of their very first drop. Now, let me just explain. In 48 hours, they're going to do this all over again. They're going to give us another set of tools. Each drop has a particular theme. This initial drop is AI content creation, and then there'll be another theme in 48 hours. Now, what's important for you to know is that the tools that are coming out right now will go up in price when drop 2 hits. So watch this video, take some notes. I'm going to try everything out. If anything stands out to you as a tool that you want to pick up, make sure you do it in the next 48 hours. That way you can lock in the best prices. Now, this video is sponsored by AppSumo. There's really no other way I could have made the video if they didn't give me access to the tools ahead of time, because 7 tools, that's a lot to get done morning of the announcement, right? So thank you very much to AppSumo for sponsoring this video. If you want to help me out and let them know where you came from, make sure you click my link in the description before you make a purchase. That allows them to know that their marketing dollars were going to the right place. But on that note, I want to say that the content format has not changed. I'm going to be reviewing all of these tools, giving you my honest feedback. If I like something, you're going to hear about it. And if I don't like something, you're going to hear that as well. These are all very high quality tools. AppSumo generally brings back their best tools for this day, so don't expect any real stinkers in this crop. Enough talk, let's get into it. On to the very first tool. The first tool is NeuronWriter. Now, NeuronWriter was actually chosen by the community last year as the AppSumo Tool of the Year. I released a full-length video to go through everything that it does, but in brief, NeuronWriter is an SEO writing tool. Of course, it's powered by AI under the hood. Let me show you exactly how it works. So when you get your NeuronWriter account set up, you're going to create a project. Now, projects are generally created and tied to a specific domain. That's probably the best way to do things. So you can see here, I've created a project tied to ClientAmp.com. It's a domain-related project. On the next screen, you can enter in your keywords, so what you want to rank for, as well as your brand keywords. And if there's any keywords that are not relevant to your brand but might get confused, you could enter them in as negative keywords. NeuronWriter also wants to know about your competitors. You enter your competitor keywords in here, and under domains, you can even enter in your competitors' domains. It will take special care to track their domains to make sure that your content is outranking them. There's even an integration with WordPress, so if you write an article in NeuronWriter, you can publish directly over to WordPress. Now, of course, there is a great content writer, which I'll show you in a moment, but I also want to point out there is integration with Google Search Console. This is a great way to track your keywords, what is actually showing up in search rankings. Just go over to Performance, Search Visibility, and then click on Configure GSC Access. Here you can easily link up your Google Search Console account and begin tracking your progress right inside of NeuronWriter. When you're ready to create an article, head over to the content writer and enter in a query by clicking on New Query. Here you just answer the question, I would like to rank or create content for blank. So I entered in Ghost CMS, and it gives me some data about whether or not this would be a valuable keyword to me. The search volume is 1,600 and the competition is 52. If I decide I want to go for it and try to rank for this keyword, I can open up the editor by clicking on the feather. The editor is one of the best parts about NeuronWriter. You can write a full-length article here. It's got AI writing built right in. And if you're on tier 3 and above on AppSumo, you can even bring your own OpenAI key. When you write an article, of course, you're going to need a title as well as a description. This is known as your metadata. You can write this just by clicking on a single button. It's going to use AI to craft a title for you. And of course, you can then modify it to suit your needs. Same thing goes with the description. Just click right here and the description will be written for you. Now that I have a title and a description, I can see what it might look like if this article were to rank on Google. Here's a little preview of the search engine result. Now, when you begin writing your article, you want to keep an eye on this score right over here. This is the score that NeuronWriter thinks you need to achieve in order to rank on Google. Currently, I'm at 12. All I have is the metadata, so I better get writing. I'm going to generate an outline with AI. Here we go. Here's my outline. It's very, very in-depth. I'm already up to 58 just with the outline. Now you might notice these keywords on the right-hand sidebar. These are known as semantic keywords. These are phrases we want to use in our article so that Google knows what the article is about, and it's also going to be full-featured. It's going to cover all of the information a reader is likely to want. Now, as I add them to the article, they'll turn green. If I overuse one like YouTube, it's going to turn red. And if I've got a little bit too much, it's going to turn yellow. I can easily add content to my article using AI writing. Like maybe I want to write this paragraph here. I'll just select it, choose AI writing, and hit start paragraph. It automatically moves me over to the AI writing section on the right-hand sidebar, chooses the correct AI prompt, and then gives the heading, autofills it over here. I can scroll down to the bottom, select a model that I want to work with, and then say write for me. And there we go. I've got a couple paragraphs written for me for this heading. NeuronWriter is super full featured, but I don't have time to go into everything in this video, so definitely check out my full-length tutorial, which I will link in the description. Now, here's the AppSumo deal page. I'm recording this before the drop actually happens, so it says sold out. But I do want to point out that this is a very, very popular tool. 753 reviews, and it was also the tool of the year. So whether you've never heard of NeuronWriter or maybe you picked up a couple of codes, now is the perfect time to top things off. AppSumo actually sent me a screenshot of what the deals are going to look like when they go live. Of course, I can't use the dropdown here, but it looks like basically all of the terms will remain the same, which means you probably want to get at least tier 3 because as you can tell, even without reading anything, visually you get a lot more features on tier 3, and they're actually really good features. Things like WordPress integration, Google Search Console, task management, plagiarism checking. These are all great features. You're definitely going to want tier 3 and above if NeuronWriter has already caught your eye. NeuronWriter gets a big thumbs up from me. I really recommend it, especially if you're already doing SEO and paying for a monthly tool. Definitely give this one a try. It's going to get an 8.3 out of 10. Up next is VideoTap. This is a tool that is new to me, but the principle is something we've heard of before. You upload a video and then it repurposes it into blog posts, social media content, so on and so forth. Now, I haven't tried this one, so let's do it together. Here's the VideoTap interface. It looks good so far. I can add a video right here. I'm going to click, and I get the choice between uploading a video and adding a URL. You can also directly link up your YouTube channel if you like, but I'm going to stick with the URL method. Here's one of my recent episodes of the Taco Truck Roundup. I'm going to paste in the URL, and I'll choose Add Video. And now it's in processing, so I have to wait up to 10 minutes. 10 minutes went by. In about 45 seconds, we are ready to check out the results. All right, I am impressed. The results here are really good. Check this out. It has a dashboard that kind of shows me a little bit about what it did. But if you just go through the left-hand sidebar here, it created 4 clips. Now, it did the smart thing here. It didn't try to auto-crop my content. It's a little too hard to do that. It's 16:9. I don't think it did it specifically for me, but my clips turn out way better in their 16:9. Just I'm recording a computer screen. The clips are all really good too. There's one here dedicated to AimFox, which was a segment of this video, which covered many different tools. Here's an example of what it looks like. AimFox is a LinkedIn outreach tool that allows you to automate your connection requests so you can grow your network. And then you could also do follow-up messages so you can connect with people after they've accepted your connection request. Overall, subtitles look great. The start was clean. I am impressed. If I wanted to, I could go into the editor and change things around a little bit, like maybe have a different style for the captions, or I could even try to move it over into vertical view. You can see my content just has problems with this. What is cool is that I can actually move around in the editor. So if I did want to pan, I could do that. Or if I wanted it to still be 16:9, but in vertical view, I can click right here and it's no longer zoomed in. Yeah, so clips are great, but let's check out some of the other features. We've got a blog that was generated, 715 words. Overall, the quality is very good here. It's got some nice quotes. It's got different sections for each component of the video. It even grabbed a screenshot, and I can easily change it to be a different screenshot if I want to. I can easily copy the HTML, the markdown, or the plain text, and then paste it over into my CMS, and it even gave me the featured image here, which came from the thumbnail. Now, I often think of my videos as more like podcasts, and guess what? It created some show notes for me as well. Podcast show notes, check it out. We've got a table of contents, and then there's timestamp sections all the way throughout the article, complete with screenshots. Very, very impressive here. There's an email section as well, so if you want to send out an email blast about your latest content, you can do that. We can easily get translations for our videos, so let's try this out. I'll do new translation. Let's try German. The translation is processing. It's going to take 5 minutes or up to 5 minutes. Took more like 30 seconds. Here is my translation. Looks good, but I don't speak German. There's also social media posts for Twitter. Was that like 7 posts for Twitter and 5 different posts for LinkedIn? If you need subtitles, you got them in VTT or SRT format. And it even includes a transcript. This is the most full-featured video to text type of tool that I've ever reviewed. Really impressive. Plans start at just $59, but remember the price is going to increase in 2 days. So if you're interested in this tool, do not wait. What I like about the pricing here is that they're not withholding any features. It's just based on the usage. So go ahead and buy a plan that fits your needs and you'll be happy for a lifetime. Overall, I'm going to give VideoTap an 8.5. I think this is an excellent tool. Really excited about this one. Why didn't you guys tell me this was so good? I've never heard of it before. Let's keep this video train rolling with our next tool, which is Minvo. This is a very popular tool. It has popped up in the comments many times over the last few months. Anytime I've reviewed a similar tool to it, says, oh, that doesn't compare to Minvo. Well, guess what? I've never tried this tool, so I'm very excited to see what all of the fuss is about. Currently $69. The plans and pricing will be at the end of this mini review here. Let's check it out. So when you get signed up for Minvo, it tells you that you have 3 options. You can clip videos to shorts, basically take long form videos and make them shorter and vertical. You can also add captions and edit. This is much like Zinc, where you could actually just upload some raw footage. It will edit it for you, add all of the B-roll and the captions. Sounds really cool. We'll have to try that out. And then there's also Translate. This is going to allow you to translate a video into one of 50 different languages. Let's get started with clip video to shorts. If I click on this, it asks for my YouTube link. I could also integrate with any of these platforms right up here, but let's stick with YouTube. That's what we know. I'm going to use the exact same video that I used in the video tab review just a moment ago. So we get a very apples to apples comparison in terms of how the shorts turn out. Submit link. It says video processing up at the top, and then it says get started, customize your brand name, logo, default language, all of this stuff. I can customize it. All right, so I've got everything how I want. I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the next step, which I assume is going to be shorts. But I assumed wrong. It actually asked how I'd like AI to edit my videos. I can use magic emojis, magic media, magic cut, and magic sound. Emojis is going to add emojis to the video. Media is going to add B-roll. Cut is going to remove all of the ums and ahs, the filler words, and magic sound will add sound effects. Well, let's just go big or go home. We'll turn all of these things on and proceed. Now, as I'm going through this, it's asking me all sorts of questions about my goals as a creator. I'm entering how many times I want to post. Twice a day sounds good. And now that I'm out of that, it's kicking me over into the next screen where it's actually generating the content. It says it's going to take 3 to 4 minutes to actually come up with the shorts. All right, the content is ready. Let's go ahead and check it out. The first thing it wants me to do is set up my video style, starting with a title. I'm not really needing a title for this video, so let's move to the second section, which is captions. There's a lot of fun styles for the captions. We've got viral rotate, clockwise float, word by word, and you can change your colors down here. Next up, it says watch all 6 moments. So I've got 6 clips from this video. If you want to just do a direct comparison, the other tool, VideoTap, only made 4. Now, this really couldn't be any more difficult of a video to turn into shorts. I've got myself in a little window over there, and then there's a screen share on the other side. This is going to be a challenge. Let's go ahead and check out this first one, which is on AimFox, which can be a little bit tricky. I always want to make sure that I'm doing very specific targeting, and I found that AimFox was really good at this. There was very comprehensive targeting options. I could select by followers, industries, skill sets, you name it. Any of the LinkedIn features, you could really dial in on that and get exactly the type of audience you wanted. After you create your campaign, all right, that was super impressive. The way it added in the B-roll and it had emojis integrated into the captions looks really pro. And there's even a pretty full-featured editor here. Let's go ahead and check this out. This is what the editor looks like. It looks like it's an actual nonlinear editor. I can go into each clip and change things to be just how I like. Like there's a framing section. So for this particular clip, maybe I want to move things over a little bit more. It's not super responsive. It's gonna buffer as you move stuff around because it's not running with a dedicated GPU on your desktop. But I can see everything here that I might need to edit. The B-roll is all right down here. If I want to change the color of the subtitles, I can do that on a title by title basis. So as you can see, I made this word blue, but the next one is white. This is going to be very important if you're rotating between a light background and a dark background. You can also grab the subtitles and position them wherever you need. I'm going to make this word black because it's on a white background. Now, if the video looks a little bit grainy, notice that the preview is in 360p, but the export will be in 1080p. Okay, so these are the shorts, but look at everything else that Minvo did for me. There is a blog right here. Looks pretty good, maybe a little bit on the short side. I did notice that if I try to edit it, it goes ahead and tells me that editing is coming soon. So there is no editing in Minvo for blogs just yet. Yeah, the blog kind of gets cut off. The video is much longer than it looks like it is capable of composing a proper blog post for. There's a quote section here if you want to pull out some relevant quotes from your video. If you're looking to generate chapter markers for your videos, it'll do that for you automatically as well. It'll even suggest titles for the video and create a description. There's even a tab over here for the transcript. So you can go ahead and watch the video, go through the entire transcript of that clip that you're working on. And when you're ready, go ahead and export it. So you can see the clips are over here to the left, and you can just click one by one and it selects the right part of the transcript. So you can easily shorten or lengthen a particular segment if you need to. Now keep in mind, this was just the clip videos to shorts feature. There's also the add captions and edit, post and schedule your videos, and translate them. So definitely check these out. I did notice that the translation feature is limited to videos that are under 10 minutes in length. So just a little bit of a tip there. Now, much like Video Tab, Minvo's plans are based on how much usage you need of the platform. So go ahead and choose a plan that works for you. Again, I've got my link down in the description for all of these deals. Definitely appreciate it if you click over there before making a purchase. Minvo seems super full featured. I'd love to dig into this tool even deeper, but my initial reaction is Minvo gets a 8.1. How are all of the deals in this drop in the 8? That is insane. Our fourth deal of this first drop from AppSumo is DepositPhotos. This is an oldie but a goodie. Longtime Sumo links will know that DepositPhotos has been there since day one. This is a great tool. Let me show you around. So DepositPhotos is all about stock photography. Now, it's a little different than a lot of AppSumo deals in that you don't get a reoccurring access to the tool. You simply buy the number of credits you want and you get to keep those forever. Now, AppSumo somehow locks up bottom of the barrel pricing for this top of the line photo platform. I'm gonna go ahead and just show you some of their collections here. I love this. It's a great idea, a great way to gather ideas if you have a project you're working on. You can just go over to their collections. They have trending sections. So maybe you're working on, let's say, how about a website for some healthcare? You can go into their healthcare collection, browse through what looks good, what catches your eye. You can see it's very, very high quality stock photography. Nothing looks very cheesy and generic. This stuff is great, especially if you're dealing with service industries like plumbers, roofers, remodelers, landscapers, or any, local service-based business. They don't typically have the funds to do a full photo shoot, but you can get stuff that looks like they are completely custom. Now, I will admit that I have subscriptions that I pay for every single year for other stock media libraries. The ones where you get the video and the music and maybe some WordPress plugins and of course, illustrations and photos as well. But the quality of the photos is never anywhere near what you can get on DepositPhotos. It really just can't be beat. So the pricing starts at $39. Again, that increases after 2 days. I'm a broken record on that one. You're gonna get 100 credits for $39, or you can double that, get 200 credits for $78, so on and so forth. I don't think there's any limits on how many images you wanna buy. If you wanna get many credits, you can do that. DepositPhotos typically comes back to AppSumo every single Black Friday, so I know this is part of some people's tradition. They just buy 4 or 5 codes, whatever they need for the year, and then they wait till next year to buy some more. I mean, look at this. They're offering 100 images for $80 on their own website, and that's a special offer. That's supposed to be a good deal. AppSumo gets it for half that price. I don't understand how they do it. Now, you know what? I feel like it's a little silly to score a stock photography library, but I'm going to give DepositPhotos an 8.0. I really like the user interface. I don't have much bad to say about the deal. I'm glad it comes back each and every year. Next up is SuperCopy. This is an AI writing tool that's geared towards marketers. The way it works is you train SuperCopy on your brand, your audience, and your products, and then you're off to the races to create marketing campaigns. Let me show you around the UI. So here is SuperCopy, and kind of the heart of the tool is actually right here under personas. So the way this works is you upload info about your brand, well, really upload it. I'll show you what it looks like. If we edit this, it's a little form. You just fill out the form, you tell it about your brand, what you want to do, what you're trying to accomplish, and it learns about you. You do the same thing for your audience, describe who you're selling to, what their pain points are, what gets them going, enter all of that info in here, and then you tell it about your products, the things that you're actually selling. Once all of those personas are complete, now you can really have some fun with the tool. So I like this campaign feature. It looks like it's newer because it's got this beta tag next to it. But what you do is you go into the campaign, you make a new one here, choose the brand that you want to create the campaign about, the persona, the audience you're selling to, and then you just tell it what you want to do. Like Maybe you're trying to create a marketing campaign for Instagram and you're trying to sell one of your products. Well, you can mention that product in here, why you're selling it, what's going on. Maybe it's a sale, maybe there's some goals, anything that's important, enter that in. And then you hit this button down here and it's going to generate a list of different types of content. Now, I already did this for our Ghost Mastery course. The idea here was that WordPress is having some drama. A lot of people are thinking, wow, I don't want to have all my eggs in this basket. What are some other CMSs out there? Well, we actually sell a course called Ghost Mastery. Ghost is another CMS, very good for publishers and content creators. Not good for general websites, but a lot of people have been interested in Ghost. And I thought, you know what? I should probably push that a little bit more. Let's generate some marketing copy. And the output was surprisingly good. I got a lot of very useful information here. I focused on email and Facebook, so you can see that inside of the little cards here. Let's go ahead and click on them. So this one is 5 reasons why Ghost is perfect for content creators. This is an email. It's written very well, kind of on brand. I could modify it if I wanted to. Let's say, make this more funny. There we go. I'm just going to chat with this email, and then the AI is going to go ahead and revise it to make it slightly more humorous. Are you tangled up in the wild vines of WordPress with all its drama and chaos? It's time to swing into action like Tarzan and embrace freedom with Ghost, a CMS so powerful it could bench press a gorilla. Okay, it doesn't have me on the floor laughing, but it is topical. It is slightly humorous. It doesn't turn me away. I like it. Very, very impressive. Yeah, you could do this with other AI tools, but you got to train it on your information, what you're trying to accomplish. I really like how SuperCopy has all of the personas broken out between the brand, the audience, and the products. Now, campaigns are not the start and end of this tool. There's also Super Chat, which lets you basically use ChatGPT, but with information about your brands and audience. So you just select a brand down here, select an audience, and then chat away. If you refresh the suggested prompts, they will even be focused on your actual brand that you have selected. On top of this, you can utilize your personas to create tweets, Instagram captions, Facebook posts, LinkedIn posts, emails, newsletters, you name it. There are a ton of different options here. And every single one that you click on, let's say like cold email outreach, when you use the template, you get to choose the persona and the audience, as well as a product if that's relevant. So go ahead and take a look at the pricing plans. The link is in the description for that. It's usage-based, so choose the one that fits with how much your company needs to utilize a tool like this, and you will be happy for a long time to come. Now, as impressive as SuperCopy is and as delightful as I feel like the user interface is, you can tell there's a lot of polish going on here. I do want to confess that there was an error. So when I was creating my second campaign, it actually stalled out on me. It gave me a little message that said, hey, if this takes more than 2 minutes, refresh the page. But it also said, if you leave this page, your data will be lost. I didn't know what to do. It had taken about 4 minutes. I hit refresh and my campaign was lost. However, they do warn you that campaigns are in beta, so I'm not completely shocked. The rest of the tool has seemed very solid. But I do think that glitch is gonna knock their score down a little bit. I'm gonna give SuperCopy a 7.9. Man, AppSumo is nailing it. Not everything can be in the 8s, but 7.9 is a very good score. If you've been watching this channel, you know that those scores are pretty rare. Our next AI-powered content tool is called OneTake.ai, and this is essentially an AI-powered video editor. You upload your raw footage, it edits out all of the bad takes, all of the ums and ahs, and leaves you with a high-quality video. Let's go ahead and try it out. Sounds too good to be true. So here it is. This is OneTake. I'm gonna go ahead and upload a video I just recorded on my phone. You can do vertical videos as well as regular horizontal videos in OneTake. So I've got my video file here. I'm gonna drop it in the drop zone, and it says, once the video is ready, where should we email you the final result? Now keep in mind, I'm on a trial right now because the AppSumo deals are not available while I'm recording this video. It's ahead of time. So it probably will not ask for your email because you'll already have a paying account. All right, so it's uploaded the video and then it says magic button, transcribe and edit this video for me. Now I can't let this slide. It does say that this 2-minute video would normally cost me $75 to get the edit I'm about to see, and that it would take 3 hours of work from an editor and it would take a week to get back. Now I'm fine with showing the value of your tool. However, this is some hyperbole or just inaccurate. Like a 2-minute video is not going to cost me $75. But I digress. Hopefully this is an amazing tool and it's worth the LTD. Let's hit the magic button. All right, so it says it's analyzing and editing the video for me, doing the human recognition, transcription, systematic analysis, very, very technical things going on. Now, I will say, I think the take was actually pretty good. It wasn't anything where I duplicated lines or stuttered or had a lot of trouble getting my words out. So it will be interesting to see how good this edit actually looks. All right, there it is. I hope they're going to show my whole head because I definitely recorded this in vertical and looks like they made a horizontal video. All right, yeah, right over here, I can change the video style. So right now it's set to be horizontal or 16:9. I'll go to the more vertical video, which is what I intended to do. All right, there we go. That looks a lot better. We'll check this out, but I want to see the other styles that are available. So it looks like there is a 16:9 that kind of has the video off to the side and then some text to the right. That looks good. I don't love this slider here. It just makes it hard to see all the templates. Like I would like to see what this one looks like better, but it says real style. I can never really see the entire image of the preview. This is kind of like a zoom layout. Here is maybe a shopping type of thing. All right, so all of the layouts look pretty good. Let's go ahead and look at what they did with my video here. So I wanted to address the drama going on in the WordPress ecosystem right now. I know it's really bumming a lot of people out. Like you just want to focus on your business and you don't want to hear about all of these dirty laundry secrets going on and everything. So what I want to mention is there is another CMS you should keep your eyes on. It's called Ghost, and it's really... Okay, so what I don't love is they cut off my hair, making it look like I'm probably bald underneath. I mean, it's just kind of funny right there. So let me try a different style because that doesn't work really for me. Let's try real style over here. And that time I could see the whole preview, so that's funny. Must have slid around enough. It does switch between the styles really quickly. Like I'm doing that in real time. No edits there. It just took like 7 seconds. All right, let's watch this one. So I wanted to address the drama going on in the WordPress ecosystem right now. I know it's really bumming a lot of people out. Like you just want to focus on your business and you don't want to hear about all of these dirty laundry. All right, so I mean, it's kind of cool. They put the title of the video at the top. All of the captions are going by. Looks pretty good. The quality of my video is kind of funny looking because I had to compress it in order to upload it to the service under the free plan. So I wouldn't judge that too harshly. That was something I did before uploading it. Like my iPhone did a better video than that. But yeah, otherwise this looks great. I can also customize the colors. So I can choose any of these palettes here. This one's called She Creates. Again, it just takes like a few seconds and it refreshes with the new color palette. So I wanted to address the drama going on in the WordPress ecosystem right now. I know it's really bumming. There's a lot of different palettes here. It might be nice to be able to just create your own, but it looks like they at least give you a lot of options. Oh, look at this. You can create your own. So what I just said, ignore. There's this virtual cameraman feature where you can have it automatically focus on the person that's talking. Let me try turning that on. Now it's kind of already focused on me, but I'm doing a handheld thing, so I probably slide around a little bit. All right, so we're gonna check out the virtual cameraman, and I've also changed the theme and style of the video. So let's see what it looks like now. So I wanted to address the drama going on in the WordPress ecosystem right now. I know it's really bumming a lot of people out. Like you just want to focus on your business. All right, my video is way more stable there. It looks like it's on a tripod or something. It's not moving at all. So it's definitely doing some stabilization for me. I would love if it was smart enough to know that there's nothing else in this section here and just maybe fill that up or have some way to make it look a little bit better. Overall, this tool is doing pretty good. It's not perfect, and it always kind of leaves me feeling like I'd rather do this type of thing in Final Cut, but I have the skills to do that. I also have an editor that helps me out with these. And, it's a lot faster to use a tool like this for sure. Now, it doesn't appear that there's a full-featured editor built into this tool, but there is a button here that says, I want to change the script. Let's go ahead and click on that. And it says, edit the script with the simple editor or edit with the advanced editor. Well, let me try the advanced editor first. Okay, this just looks like it's going to be some kind of weird markdown text editor. So let me just go and switch over to, there's actually a little guide on using Markdown. All right, I'm going to save these changes. And I want to go back to the easier editor. I want to change the script and let's do the simple editor. All right, now it's warning me that the video is already published. I'm going to go ahead and edit it anyways. I have to type let's go. I didn't hit publish, so that's a little bit confusing to me. Looks like this editor is just like a normal WYSIWYG editor. So they should probably just say Markdown editor or WYSIWYG, or maybe even just have a button to switch here. But yeah, it looks like I could basically edit the video by just changing the text. So what I want to do is remove these two lines right here, talking about how you want to focus on your business and you don't want to hear other people's dirty laundry. So I'm going to delete these and then I'll save the changes And then it says synchronize text with video. So I guess I will click here and it pops me into this little editor. This is kind of a weird screen. So it says click here or press the space bar to sync your script. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna hit play. So I wanted to address the drama going on in the WordPress ecosystem right now. I know it's really bumming a lot of people out. Like you just want to focus on your business and you don't want to hear about all of these dirty laundry secrets going on and everything. Okay, so those are the two lines I wanted to cut out, but they're still there. So maybe I'm supposed to like manually say where the titles come in. All right, so I just went through and I watched the whole video, and as the titles came up, I clicked the button at the right time to kind of time them. I don't know if that's what I was supposed to do, but I'm gonna say done, publish my video, and hopefully that section gets cut out. It says your video is ready to preview and publish. I thought I just clicked publish. So I wanted to address the drama going on in the WordPress ecosystem right now. I know it's really bumming a lot of people out. Like you just wanna focus on your business and you don't wanna hear. And now when I'm watching it back, those two lines are still in there. So it looks like the editing is not really working, at least the way I understand that it should. Now, here are the plans over on AppSumo. If you do want to utilize this tool, I don't think it was terrible, but it wasn't completely flawless like a lot of the other tools we've seen already in this video. Starting at just 69 bucks, you get 10 hosted embeddable videos. So it includes the video hosting. That is a big plus. You also get 30 minutes of AI editing per month. So it renews every single month. If you want to upgrade that, let's say over to tier 3, well, then you're also going to get white labeling and your own custom domain. So you host those videos, they'll show up on your own domain. That's really nice. And we get 180 minutes of AI video editing per month. They also start to throw in the video translation on tier 2. You get 30 minutes on tier 2, 90 minutes on tier 3. Overall, OneTake was not a terrible experience, but it left me feeling a little bit underwhelmed, specifically the editing features, which were very confusing and could use for a little bit more guidance. Just tell me what to do in order to get those two lines removed. So I'm gonna give OneTake a 6.8. Lowest scoring deal of the day so far, but it's still a pretty good one. All right, we just got one tool left in this initial drop. I know, so sad, but don't worry, because in just 48 hours, we get a whole nother drop with brand new tools and a brand new theme. Make sure you get subscribed to the channel if you're enjoying this type of content, because you better believe I will have a video for drop 2 as well. Okay, the last tool is an AppSumo Plus exclusive, meaning that go ahead, get signed up for AppSumo Plus if you haven't already, because you might want to pick this deal up. And honestly, you'll save so much over Black Friday if you just do that now. The tool is Squirrly SEO. This is a WordPress plugin that goes beyond where most normal WordPress plugins end. It uses AI to audit your content and help advise you to reach the top of Google. Let's check it out. So I've got Squirrly installed on my demo site over here. The first thing it asks you is basically, how do you want to configure this thing? Do you want to do no configuration? Do you want them to recommend some settings? Or should we go into expert mode? Are you an SEO pro? Maybe you want to jump right there. I'm gonna go for the middle setting, recommended mode. Okay, on the next page here, it's giving me a lot of different SEO options. Most of these are toggled on and I would agree with them. They all look good. So if you don't know anything about SEO, you could safely trust this to do a good job. Like there's an extra options down here, which has e-commerce on, but not local SEO. This website does have e-commerce, but it's not a local business. So somehow Squirrly was able to use AI to deduce that and set the correct settings. It's also not a personal brand website, so nailed it again. All right, let's go ahead and save and continue to the next screen. All right, this next section is called Add a Page, and here it wants us to add a page you want people to find on Google. Set these as focus pages. So let's say I wanted this page right here to be my focus page. I could click on it. That page is now selected. Now this is set as what's called a focus page. Focus pages are the pages on your website that you deem to be most important. If someone were to see one page on your website, it should be one of the focus pages. So if you're in a service industry, it'll be a page dedicated to a particular service. If you're selling products, it'll be a page dedicated to the most popular products that you want to get discovered on Google. Now there's nothing else to do here now, but later on, Squirrly will have some guidance for us. Let's hit save and continue. On the next page, it's going to ask for our SEO info. This is going to be your social media profiles, any schema markup you want to add in. Just go through and fill out the form. It's simple stuff like your name and your address and your county, your Facebook profile, and all of that good stuff. After that, we just mentioned the topic of our site. And this site is for a business consultant, so we'll go with that. All right, we are now ready for search engines, and I've got two options down here. I could go to the SEO beginner section, or I could go to the SEO expert section. Now, I can tell just by looking at the URLs that it's actually going to have me create a new post if I click right here with the keyword business consultant. Remember, that's what I set as the site's topic over here. And if I click on this, it's going to take me into the SEO settings. So we're going to start off as an expert and see what this is all about. All right, if you are an SEO nerd, particularly a technical SEO nerd, you're going to find a lot of different settings here that will be very, very familiar, easy to go through and toggle things on and off that you might like to see. But if you're not an SEO nerd, you're going to feel at home here too, because you don't really need to do any of this stuff. It all got set up inside of the onboarding. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I skipped this, but I could have easily filled it out. Under Connect Tools, we can connect up Google Analytics or Search Console. Very easy to drop in our Facebook pixel. All right, so this is where most WordPress plugins end when it comes to SEO. It gives you some technical recommendations, you have some toggle switches, and then you're expected to go off-site to another SEO tool to do the rest of your campaign. But not with Squirrly. Let's check this out. There are a ton of features up here in the menu. We can do keyword research. They have a live assistant, bulk SEO, automation, focus pages. Remember, we talked about those. That's how you get in there and start to dial those in. If you connect up to Google Search Console, you'll get your rankings right inside of WordPress. They even have a 14-day journey. Let's check that out. So it's going to scan my website here. It says it's going to take a minute to do that. And this is our AI consultant. So it will scan our website and then give us specific recommendations for what to do next for SEO. Now, you will need to connect up Google Search Console in order to get any real actionable info at this point. I'm not going to do so because this is a demo site and it doesn't actually have a Search Console property. But you get the point here. There are a ton of features baked into this WordPress plugin, and it does everything that more expensive plugins do for a one-time cost. So Squirrly is starting out at just $79. Let's go ahead and see what the plans and pricing are. All right, if you just have a site or two, I'd probably recommend checking out the double plan here because you get all of the features. You're not limited like you are with just the single plan. If you have an agency and you're serving clients, well, then look at tier 3 and above because you'll be able to use Squirrly on unlimited sites. So even if you don't utilize all of the AI features with every single client site, well, you'll still get those basic technical features that every single WordPress site needs anyway, because WordPress doesn't include anything SEO related right out of the box. It requires a plugin for that. All right, I think Squirrly is a very interesting SEO tool. If you're already established with another tool, I don't know that I would jump ship and run over to Squirrly unless you're just unhappy, and then it makes a lot of sense. But if you don't have, let's say, a legacy, really good pricing on an old tool, well, then why wouldn't you move over to Squirrly? You could end up saving hundreds or thousands of dollars per year. I guess the only downsides I can think of is I'm not really super keen on their user interface. It's a little bit busy, a little bit chaotic for my taste, and I'd love it if it would just maybe get cleaned up a little bit more modern looking. So Squirrly is the final tool of this initial drop. We've got another drop coming up in just 2 days. I need to give it a final score. I'm going to give it 7.3 out of 10. So that does it for Drop 1 in AppSumo's 2024 Black Friday. But guess what? I will be back with Drop 2 in just 48 hours, 2 days from now. The prices on all of the tools I just went through will go up, and there will be another crop of tools, and I'll have another video just like this one. If you've enjoyed this content, if you found it helpful, make sure you click on the link below before you make a purchase at AppSumo. It's what allows me to make these videos. Thank you very much to AppSumo for sponsoring today's video. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next review.